Hi there, welcome to my home studio. I'm Kellie and there's Maxwell there behind me. Thanks for joining me for practice today. Today's practice is my top 10 favorite yoga poses. All you need is a block and a towel, a small towel, or you can grab your resistance band and use that. And come to your mat and let's get started. Hi there, welcome. Let's begin by placing your hands on your knees and round your back right here. Stretch the back like cat pose. And then pull the chest through the arms like camel pose. And then round the back again. And this time I want you to circle around to the side over here. And then bring your chest forward. And then to the other side and back again. Making seated circles. Warming up the spine. The trunk, the shoulders just a bit. And now just turn the opposite direction. So get ready for a fun practice and then hold right here. And now let's come onto your hands on your knees and cat-cow. Move to the center of your mat. And I'll start like this so you can see me in this position with my knees underneath my hips and my hands underneath my shoulders, right? And I'm spreading my fingers. I'm just going to look forward, lowering my belly, and then round your spine up. Cat. Lower down. Cow pose. Inhale. Or camel. Exhale, round cat. Inhale. And then exhale, round. So notice when you lift up the back, there's less space to breathe into, so that's the exhale. And then when you lower your belly, you're opening up the chest and the belly, and you can breathe in a deeper breath. So that's when you inhale. So it's intuitive. Exhale, inhale, exhale. One more time. And then neutral spine right here, and reach your right arm up and stretch, and then rotate under and through, reach up and circle the arm under. One more time, up, and then reach the arm through, and then set your shoulder down on the floor and the temple on the floor for a moment. So your back is high, the glutes are high, and you're reaching your glutes toward your heels. It may feel funny or a weird position for your toes, but just have your toes touching the ground. Now press into your hand and lift all the way up again. Changing sides. Opposite arm. Thread the needle. Reach up. And I'm just reaching underneath my arm and behind. Reach and under. Downward facing dog. And now settle your shoulder on the floor, your temple on the floor, and look to the side. You can move your hand out. I didn't do this on the other side, but you can reach this arm forward like that. Or you can bring this hand behind and grab the other leg. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathe in and breathe out. Now place the hand on the floor, push off of the mat. Right here. Now bring your right foot forward, or one foot forward, this side foot. So you shift your hip forward right here and place your hand on the floor. And you can elevate the back knee for a moment. Inhale, reach up. So we're warming up the body, reach underneath. So lizard with rotation. We'll end with lizard, reach up and under. And then hold right here. Move your foot over, turn your toes out, and press into your knee right there. And look over your shoulder. Notice this hip when you press into this knee. Stretches the flexors, the psoas muscles a little deeper. Now set your knee down, and I want you to just shift your hips back and flex your foot. There's your hamstring stretch right there. Now point and flex the foot. Point and pull the toes back. Point and flex. Nicely done. Lift up. And let's change sides. So put your knee down, bring your opposite foot forward, and then reach that leg back into a lunge position, and place your right hand on the floor, and reach up, and rotate under. Reach up, rotate, behind and under. Reach and rotate. Do that one more time. Up and rotate. And then set your knee down. Walk your hands back and flex your foot. Right there. Point and flex. Point and flex. And then point, put your foot flat. Hand on the floor, lizard pose. Turn your foot out at an angle. Press into the knee and look over your shoulder right there. Notice the opposite hip stretching. Inhale and then exhale. And now bring that knee in, that foot in, and step forward. Lengthen and look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale and stand tall. Reach up and stretch overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. You want to go out? I'll let you out. Get your chicken. So come to the front of your mat. Inhale and reach up and stretch overhead. Feel the length of your body from your feet to your hands to your fingertips. And then exhale, fold over. Bring your hands to your shins as you lift up halfway. So kind of touch the shins and press into the shins, lifting up the spine. Exhale and fold. Drop the head all the way over. Inhale, reverse swan. Reach all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Let's do that again. Inhale and reach, warming up the spine and the hips with this simple half sun salutation. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands and step back. Plank and hold. Spread your fingers. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and then exhale. A 30-second hold. Breathe in. Squeeze your thighs. Engage the thighs. Breathe in and breathe out. Now set your knees down. Lower down to the mat all the way. Put your forearms on the mat, and you can clasp your hands. Press your pinky finger, the pinky edge of the side of the hands into the floor. And then like you're pulling the elbows in towards the hips energetically, and squeeze the thighs and press your toes down into the mat. Press your pubic bone down into the mat. Lift the navel. Inhale. And then exhale, strengthening the back muscles, the glute muscles. Another breath. And then exhale, lower your chest. Place your hands on the mat. Lift up into downward facing dog. And breathe. Relax the neck and shoulders. Lift up your right leg. Inhale. Reach that leg up. Turn your toes out and bend your knee. So you're reaching the ball of your foot over there to that other side. Look at your foot right there. Push the floor away. And then extend the leg straight. Step your right foot forward. Right there. Keep your hands on the floor. Hands on either side of your foot, one on each side. And then move your right foot over. Place your right hand on the inside, left hand on the mat. You could also use your block right here so you've got some space or a little more height. And then I want you to, in lizard pose again, press into the knee and look over your shoulder. Keep that back heel pointing up. Breathing in and breathing out. Now heel toe the foot in, move your block, place the hands on the floor, step back into downward facing dog. Let's do the other side. Left leg up. Inhale. And then turn your toes out and bend your knee right there. Push the floor away. Look underneath your arm. Can you see your foot over there on that other side? Extend the leg straight. Watch the movement. Step your left foot forward. Keep your hands on the ground right here. Back there, keep your heel up. And move your foot over, hands on the inside, hand on the block. And then place your hand on the inner thigh right here, lizard stretch. Press the hand on the inside of the knee, and your foot turns over on its edge right there. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and then exhale. Now walk your foot back to the center. Place your hands on the floor. Move the block. Push the ground away. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Shift forward plank. Set your knees down. So this will be our vinyasa. You can keep your knees up or knees down. Lower down to the mat. And then put the top of your feet on the floor. Draw your elbows in. Press into the mat. Pull your shoulders away from the floor. Cobra pose. Rather than upward facing dog, then lower. And you don't have to lift up very high. You can just pull your face away from the mat and slightly gaze forward. Draw your elbows in. That's important. Lower down. That strengthens your back. Tuck your toes. Push off the mat. Downward facing dog. And breathe. Look forward. And then look back. Walk your hands back to your feet. Right here. And fold. Reach your hands behind your back. Clasp your fingers. Reach the knuckles away. And then kind of pull your hands apart, your fingers apart, interlaced, and move the shoulders away from the ears. Forward fold with hands behind the back. We'll do this several times in class today. Inhale. Exhale. Now unclasp your hands and hands down to the ground, then to the shins, lift up halfway. Exhale and fold. And then walk the hands forward into plank. Right there and hold. 30 seconds. Press the floor away, abs contracted. Spread your fingers. Look up here, squeeze the thighs. You're doing great. Stay with me. 15 more seconds. Breathe. You can separate your feet. That helps. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Come down to the mat all the way. Sphinx pose. So forearms on the mat. Clasp your fingers. Press the edge of the thumbs into the edge of the pinky fingers into the mat, and lift the navel away from the floor. Press the pelvis down, squeeze the thighs, press your feet down. This is a super active pose. Inhale, and then exhale. And then lower down all the way. Cobra pose. Let's do 3 times to warm up the spine. So it's a back bend. Draw your elbows in, press your hands into the floor, pull your shoulders away from the floor, look forward. Inhale, and then exhale. Try not to push into your hands so much and use your body to lift up and then lower. One more time. Inhale. And then exhale. Tuck your toes, push off the mat. Downward facing dog. Look forward and bend your knees and step all the way into the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Relax the shoulders and the neck. Inhale, reach all the way up. Standing at the front of the mat, exhale, bring the hands to your heart. Inhale and reach your arms up and stretch overhead. Exhale, fold over your body. Listen to my cues. Half lift, bring your hands to your shins. Exhale and fold. Now widen your feet. Turn your toes out. Bend your knees. Malasana. Sink your hips down into a squat. All right, so if you can't get your heels down, that's okay. But if you can, reach the heels to the floor right there. Bring your elbows pressing into your elbow, into your knees, and your knees into your elbows, adding some integrity to the posture by pressing into the heels. Now set your hands down on the floor, and you're going to push into the floor and step back, right leg and left leg into plank. So you're in a full plank, a high plank, and you're going to hold for a moment. Inhale. And exhale, squeeze the thighs. Breathe in and breathe out. Lower down to the mat. Cobra pose. Put the top of the feet on the floor. Draw your elbows in. Inhale. And then exhale, lower. Tuck your toes. Push off the mat. Downward facing dog. Look forward. Step your right foot to the outside edge of your right hand. Turn your foot out. Left side. Left pinky. And come into Malasana again. Looking forward. Nicely done. Place the hands on the floor and forward fold. Heel toe your feet in closer together. Drop the head. Half lift, hands to the shins. Exhale and fold. Inhale and stand tall. Reach all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Let's do that same pattern, same sequence again. Inhale and reach up. Look up at your hands. Exhale, fold over. And you can widen your feet, wider than your hips. Hands to the shins, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, Malasana. Elbows to the inside of your knees, right there. Exhale, place the hands on the floor, step back left, and then right. Shift forward, lower down. Cobra pose. Press into the floor, look forward. Nicely done. Press your feet into the floor. Exhale, lower. Tuck your toes. Lift up, downward facing dog. And breathe. Lift up your right leg. Turn your toes out and then bend your knee. Right there. Opening up the hip. Extend the leg straight and just bring that right foot forward. Step right beside the thumb. Spin your left heel down. Inhale and warrior one. Reach up. So the knee in the front over your ankle points towards the toes. Exhale. Relax your hands in front of your chest. And then behind right here. Shake it off. Hands behind. Now you can also use your towel or your strap like this. If you feel like your shoulders are really tight, then do that. Otherwise, if you can get your hands together and clasp and reach the knuckles towards the floor, maybe slightly straighten the arms. Hold right here. Pull your shoulders back. Warrior one. Now bow over the forward leg. Reach the arms away from the back. Inhale and lift up. Look forward. Exhale and bow. Reach the arms away from your back and hold for 3 and 2 and then 1 and lift up. Unclasp your hands. Place your left hand on the floor. Lift up the left heel. Reach the right arm up. Twist. Breathe. Inhale. Then exhale. Hand on the floor. Step your right leg back. And here's your plank. Take a breath in. And breathe out. 30 seconds. Breathe in. And breathe out. 10 more seconds. Inhale. Squeeze the thighs. Exhale. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now lower down. Put the top of your feet down. Press the pelvis down. Cobra pose. Look forward. Exhale, lower. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Lift up your left leg, 3-limb dog. Turn your toes out and then bend your knee. Right there. Feel the thigh stretch. Hip flexors. Extend the legs straight. Step that left foot beside your left thumb. Spin your right heel down. Warrior one. And this may feel difficult for your ankle, so just adjust your position of your foot back there if you need to. Just because you land somewhere doesn't mean you have to stay, right? All right, reach up. Inhale. Exhale, hands behind your back, and you can clasp your towel or your strap or your fingers. Reach the knuckles first, and then bow forward. Lift back up again. Press into your toes. Bow forward. Humble warrior. Reach the arms away. And now unclasp your hands to the floor. And reach the left arm up, twist. Press the floor away right there. Breathe. Hand down to the mat. Step back plank. And hold. 30 seconds. Breathe. You're fine. This time, we're going to take it down to the forearms. So walk down to your right forearm, and then your left forearm. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Do it again. Inhale. And then exhale. Walk up to your hands again. Shift forward, lower down to your chest. Cobra pose, look forward. Exhale, lower, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. And breathe. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. So wide, left foot outside of your left hand. Bend into Malasana. Right there, nicely done. This time let's twist. So hand on the floor and reach up, opposite arm. Push that floor away right there. Press your elbow into your knee into your elbow. And then exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Press into your heels, get some integrity in your body. Extend the opposite hand, it's forward and out to the side of this foot. And then reach up, twist. Press that elbow into the knee into the elbow. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Place the hands in the center or right in front of your feet. Forward fold. Heel to your feet closer together. Lengthen, hands to your shins. Exhale and fold. Step back plank. Downward facing dog. Lift up your right leg. Inhale. Turn your toes out and bend your knee. Extend the leg straight. Step your right foot forward. So there's some repetition just so that you don't have to concentrate so much, or so you don't get confused from one pose to the next. Now spin your left heel down, reach up, warrior one. We'll add on warrior two in a moment. After we bow humbly over the forward leg. Use your strap or hands behind. Nicely done. Knee over the ankle, push into that forward foot, lift up. Unclasp your hands right there. Now reach the left arm forward right there and just feel this side pull right there. So add it also at the hip, right? So you're feeling that hip reach as you reach your arm, that shoulder on that side, and reach this right arm up. Breathe. Hand behind your head, press your head into your hand. Hold. Inhale and exhale. Reach the left arm up and place the hand behind the head. Elbows back. Stretch your chest. Pull your shoulders back. Now reach the arms forward and back as you open up into warrior two right here. And you want to reach the back arm to the rear. Keep the knee in the front over your ankle. Deepen that position of the knee right there. Relax your shoulders. And we're going to hold. Inhale. And then exhale. Look over the front hand. You can turn your palms up, opening up your shoulders. Feel the difference, right? Keep reaching that arm back. Take a breath in and breathe out. Now, parallel your feet right here. And you can use a strap. I'll show you. Or a towel. You'll start with the hands back here with the towel. And you'll just fold over all the way. And then you'll just reach the arms up and pull against the what you're holding and reach the arms further, but make sure you move your shoulders away from your head. And you want to bring the weight into your heels, but then reach the weight to the balls of your feet, but don't roll forward, of course. All right, so now release the strap. Hands to the mat. Walk your hands to the front, right there. And turn. Reach the right arm up. Here's your twist. Inhale. And then exhale, place your left knee down on the mat. Here's kind of a half back bend. So warming up the spine. Tuck your left toes under. Hand at your right thigh. Reach the left arm up and over. And touch if you can. If you can't do that, then place your hand right here. Abs in. Reach. Maybe you can touch your heel. Reach the opposite arm up. Nice forward thigh stretch, hip flexor stretch. Exhale, place the hands on the floor, push into the floor. Downward facing dog. Nicely done. Shift forward plank. Hold, breathe. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze the thighs, walk down on your left forearm, and then your right forearm, and hold. Straight body, press into the floor. Now tap your hands 10 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk back up onto your left hand, right hand, and go through a vinyasa with a cobra pose. Lower down all the way. Press the top of the feet on the floor. Look forward, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Breathe. Left leg up. Turn your toes out and bend your knee. Look up underneath the arm, see your foot over there. Extend the leg straight. Step your left foot beside your left thumb. Spin your right heel down. Bring it on up, warrior one. Right there, set up, reach the arms up. Grab your step if you need that, behind your back. To clasp your hands, reach the knuckles towards the floor. Clasped. Inhale. Bow over the forward leg. Reach the chest over. Move the shoulders away from the ears. Humble warrior. Inhale and exhale. And then lift up all the way. And I want you to unclasp the hands and reach the right arm forward. Feel that right side pulling forward. That's what you want. So in warrior one, the right side or this side pulls forward and this side kind of pulls back so that you square your hips. And then reach the left arm straight up right there. And the right arm forward. Inhale. Exhale. Place your left hand behind your head. Press the head into the hand. Exhale. Right hand behind the head. Press the head into the hands. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, reach up. Warrior two. Open up, forward and back. Right there. Press into your feet. You're going to stay here for a bit. You're good. Press your feet down. Hips level. And reach your arms forward and back like that. You can look back, see your fingers. Forward, palms up right here. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Knee over the ankle. Exhale. And now, turn your feet parallel, and you can heel toe in a couple of feet prints like that. So about that wide. Going into what's called goddess pose, or it's called horse stance. So bend your knees, horse stance, right? Hands on the inner thighs, fingertips pointing down. You may have to move your feet out just a bit. Press your hand into the inner thigh on this side over here, and then you're going to tip your chest forward and look over your shoulder. And then bring your shoulders up. Do the other side. Tip your chest forward and lean over and look over the other shoulder. And then center. Do it again. Other side. Tip forward and look over your shoulder. And then up. Tip forward, other shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, look forward. Lift up. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. And then turn, face the front of the mat. Bring your right hand down. Lift up right there. Press the floor away. Now set your knee down on the mat. And do a hamstring stretch for a moment. And then set your foot down. Inhale, reach. Place your hand at your back. Press into your back right there and reach the opposite arm up, or reach for your heel back there. Inhale, look up. Exhale, breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, reach up. Working hard. Exhale, place your hands on the floor. Plank. Here we go. Ready? Walk down to your right forearm, left forearm. Hands on the mat. Pat the mat 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold. Walk back up and go through the flow. Your vinyasa, lower all the way down. Protect your back. Go into cobra pose. Inhale, exhale, downward facing dog, and breathe. Step to the middle of your mat. Turn your toes out. Bend your knees. Malasana. Elbows on the inside of your knees right there. Thumbs to the breastbone. Take a breath in and breathe out. Inhale and exhale. And now hands to the mat. Fold over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bring your feet closer together and come into chair pose. So right here, sink your glutes down. Reach your arms up. Bring your feet closer together. Knees touching potentially if your feet are together. Breathe in and breathe out. Lower the glutes. Inhale and exhale. One more breath. Inhale. And then exhale, fold all the way over, lengthen and look forward, hands to the shins. Exhale, step back to plank. You got it. Lower down, just go through a vinyasa. Cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And one more time, plank. Come down to your right forearm. Listen to my cue. Set your right hip down, right there. So you're on your side. All right. So I want you to come down. So your head is resting. I got to get my mic out of the way over here since I'm on my side. Breathe. All right, there I am. Okay, so head in your hand right here, or you can rest like this. I'd prefer you to be up like this. Now bring your knees bent forward like that. We're going to do clamshells, simple clamshells. Key thing is your heels together and the edge of your feet together. So open and close. Hand right here, right there. Open and close the clamshell. And now, if you can, or try this. Lift your feet up and open and close the clamshell. Keep your feet, the edges of your feet and heels together. Let's do that 10 more times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1, and then together. Extend the legs, roll over, press off the mat, downward facing dog. And let's do the other side. Shift forward, plank. Walk down to your left forearm. Set your left hip down. Come down so your head rests in your hand. Now I'm facing away from you. And you can see from behind, my body is straight. My knees are together. My ankles are together, feet together. And I'm just going to go open and close. Open and close. Open. Open the clamshell. Close. Open. And now try to lift your feet. Open and close. Open and close. Go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lower. Extend the legs, roll over into your belly. Come into Sphinx pose right here. Hands clasped, pinky fingers right there on the edge of the mat. And then unclasp your hands, palms down, come into a forearm plank. Walk your feet forward into dolphin. So just a couple of steps. You can keep length there. Now, it makes it harder if you walk your feet in closer and then reach your hips back. So press the floor away and hold this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk your feet back. Forearm plank. Walk up onto your hands. Downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up. Inhale. Step your right foot beside your right thumb. Spin your left heel down. Reach up. Humble warrior. We'll add on a pose. Exhale, hands to clasp behind, reach the knuckles. Humble warrior. Reach the arms away from you, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, lift first, hold at the center, then reach the right arm, left arm, and open up warrior 2. So you're reset your feet, reach back, and hold. Take a breath in, and then parallel your feet. Grab your strap if you need that behind your back. Otherwise, clasp your hands back here, press into the feet, and fold all the way over. Move the arms away from the body, not too far, but just really think about pulling the hands apart, even though you've clasped your finger or you're pulling a strap or a towel. Weight in the heels. Feel the difference. Weight in the balls of the feet. Feel the difference. And now unclasp your hands, hands to the middle of your mat. Lift up halfway, and then you're going to walk your hands to the front of the mat and half lizard pose. So hand at the inside of your knee right there. Look over your shoulder. Nicely done. Set your knee down, heel toe your foot back. Now reach the left arm up and reach back. Hand at your thigh for balance. Reach for your back or your heel back there. Reach up and over. Look up at the ceiling. Sweep the hands over. Nicely done. Press into the floor and come into plank. Vinyasa, lower. Up dog. I'm sorry, cobra. No up dog in this class. Exhale, downward facing dog. And breathe. Lift up your left leg. Second side. Left foot forward. Spin your right heel down. Bring it on up. Exhale, hands behind the back. Here's your humble warrior. Clasp the hands, reach the knuckles, and then chest comes forward, arms away from the back, and then your chest on the inside of that leg. Inhale and lift. Open up, warrior two, right here. So reposition your feet, reach that right arm back, right there. Turn your palms up, inhale. And then exhale, straighten, or turn your left toes in, then turn your heels in, and come into horse stance right here. Hands on the inside of your thighs, fingers pointing down, press into the inside of your thigh and look over your shoulder. Center, lean forward first and then look over your shoulder. And then lift up, lean forward and look over the shoulder. Center, and then look over the other shoulder. And center. Lift up all the way, turn, face the front foot, place your hands on the mat, move this left foot over, hand on the inner thigh, press into the inside of your leg, lizard pose, set your knee down, heel toe your foot over, and reach the left hand at your thigh, reach the right arm up and over, touch your heel, then reach the left arm up, there's your back bend. And then sweep over, hands to the mat, come into plank, come down to your forearms, palms flat, dolphin pose, walk your feet forward, reach your heels to the back of the mat, push the floor away, inhale, exhale, breathe in, breathe out, walk your feet back, come into your forearm plank, walk up to your hands, and shift forward, plank, lower down, cobra pose, press your feet into the floor. Exhale, downward facing dog, and breathe. Step forward to your hands all the way in. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Malasana. Elbows to the inside of your knees. Practicing just one time to practice crow pose. One of my favorite poses, this is like the entrance pose to doing hand balancing poses. So practicing, block is in front, that's your focal point, or if your head tips forward, that's where your head might land. And then, so your hands spread, fingers spread, lift up your hips and bring your feet close together, then lift your heels. Spread your knees apart. Now splay your elbows right there. Press your triceps into the shins and then pull your elbows in right there. And then lift up your hips just a little bit higher. You're on the balls of your feet and then you're gonna lean forward, press into your fingertips and your hands and lift up your toes off the mat. Lift up, heels to your glutes. Breathe. And then set your feet down. Nicely done. Set your heels down, forward fold. Half lift, hands to your shins. Exhale and fold. Inhale and reach all the way up, standing tall. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Standing pigeon pose. So, I'm going to turn and face you. Place your right ankle or left. If you're looking at me, this would be your left side. So, knees out right there. Square your shoulders.
Square your hips. So what will happen is this hip will jet out like that, right? So I want you to pull that hip under. So square the hips, right? Now you can start to bend your knee and sink your glutes back. Hand here, standing pigeon pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Lower your hips more. Then maybe you can reach the arms forward, sink back. You don't have to reach for the ground. Just reach forward. 3, 2, and 1. And lift up, lift your knee up, and change sides. So first, without bending the knees, place kind of like tree pose, but your ankle in front of your knee. See, that hip will jet out, so pull it under, and then sink back. Grab your ankle, press the knee down. You can also place the arm underneath the knee and cradle the leg and press your knee down into that arm. Feel that engagement. Then try to reach forward. 3, 2, and 1, and lift up. And you did it. Nice balancing. Step it to the front of your mat. Inhale and reach. Exhale and fold. Hands to your shins. Lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, and step back plank. You got it. Lower down. Cobra pose. Exhale, lower. Downward facing dog. And now add on triangle pose. Lift your right leg up. Step your right foot forward. Spin your left heel down. Here's your warrior one. On your breathing, on your breath, exhale, hands behind, clasp. Reach the knuckles. Bow forward, humble warrior. Inhale and lift. Then open up warrior two. Right there. Now straighten the forward leg. You'll reach your hand forward, reach forward with that arm straight sides, and then tip your shoulders and your hand over. So you can either place your hand here or block right here. So right there, move it in just a bit so that your shoulder is over your wrist, and then the opposite arm is straight up. There may be a straight line right there. Try to straighten the forward leg, press into the ball of your foot like you're pressing on a gas pedal, and then reach the arm over your ear. There's your extended triangle pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Nice inhale and then exhale. Now bend your knee in the front, move the block, warrior two, right here. Spin your hands down to the floor. Go ahead and set your knee down. Move your foot over, place your block right here. Coming into lizard pose with your forearm down. So you can place your forearm on your block, and then maybe the other forearm on the block. Clasp your hands right there, and just breathe. So this knee over here is kind of going out, and then you can see the bottom of your foot on the side. Maybe you don't need the block, and you can come down to your forearms all the way. Press into the floor, hands clasped, and then bring it up. Walk your foot in, staying in this lunge position. Inhale, reach your arms up, and place your hands behind your head. Press your head into the hands and cradle the head. Trust yourself. You can move your right foot over so you have more balance. Lean the head back. Feel super comfortable. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now look forward. Reach up. Exhale. Bring the hands to the mat. Step back plank. Lower down all the way. Cobra pose. Press the feet into the floor. Look forward. Cobra. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Let's do the other side. Left leg up. So we'll do triangle on the other side. Left foot forward. Spin your right heel down. First, let's do a humble warrior to start this sequence. Exhale, hands behind the back. Reach the knuckles. Bow forward. Nice. Look behind if you can. And then lift up. Hold. Then open up warrior two. So you'll adjust your feet. It feels intuitive or natural, or it should. Now straighten the forward leg. Don't lock this forward knee, right? You want to have it just soft, not locked. Now reach forward, reach forward, reach forward right there. Press into your feet and then sweep the hand down to your shin. Or here again is the block right there. Hand at the block and reach up. So straight arms from one wrist to the other wrist, and then maybe reach the arm over the ear. Draw your shoulder back. And again, my right hip is turning towards the mat. So my spine, my lower back is super, super comfortable. Reach up, bend your knee, move the block. Warrior 2. Now reach the hands to the mat. Set your right knee down. Block right here on the inside of your foot. Move this foot, the left foot over. Turn the foot out. Come down to your forearms right there. For lizard pose, elbows on the block. Be careful. Don't let it flip. All right. Press the forearms down. Inhale. And then exhale. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more breath. And then exhale. And now heel toe that foot in. Right there. Put the block away or to the side. Stay in this lunge position. Tuck your toes under in the back. Hands behind the head. Press your head into your hands. So opening up the chest, opening up the shoulders right there, the inside of the arms. Let your head press into the hands and cradle. This supporting the neck. Super nice. Take a breath in. And then exhale. Now reach up. Last vinyasa, our cobra vinyasa, step back plank. Lower. Cobra pose, press into the floor, look forward, then exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Breathe. Inhale. Step your right foot to the center of the mat, turn your toes out, left foot to the center of the mat, turn your toes out, bend your knees, Malasana, elbows inside of your legs right there. Now we're going to just oscillate a little bit, turn your knees in, lift your heels, so tip your knees in, right, and then left. And then bring your knees down to the mat. Camel pose, block. So put the block between your thighs, so you're squeezing the block between the thighs, and it's on the narrow part, of course. The wide part would be, I don't know about that. So the narrow part, just above where the knees are. Don't put it too high, right? You don't want to be uncomfortable with where the position of the block. Your heels are pointing up, not together, but they're separated. All right, so now reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands behind your back, press into the lower back, and lean the shoulders back. I don't want you to drop your head all the way back, but just lean back and look up at your ceiling. Back bends are invigorating poses. They bring energy into your body. And then look forward, and then sit on your block. So we'll take that further. So the block is just right there between my ankles, and I'm sitting up, hands on my thighs. Take a break, take a breather. All right, inhale, and then exhale. Now, come up again. Block just above the knees and below the inner thighs right there. Tuck your toes under so that you've got more height back there to reach for. This time, so you'll put your hands on your back and you're going to press your thighs forward, your belly forward, draw your shoulders back, your chest back, and look up. Then maybe you can lean back far enough that you can reach for your heels, and then breathe. Breathe in. One more breath. Now slowly look forward, pull the chin in, and lift up, and move the block back so you can sit on it. Right there. 3 times a charm. 3 times is good for the back bends. All right, so ready? Let's do it. Move the block between your inner thighs. It helps with your focus being pulled in. So you're actually bringing the inner thighs in, the upper inner thighs in and back. As you hinge forward, that gives you a little more space in the spine right there. And you want to feel equal. Tuck your toes under. Equal comfortable in the lower back, middle back, and upper back. As you lean the shoulders back, and maybe you can reach for your ankles again and hold for 3 breaths. Inhale, tip the head back. Exhale, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and breathe out. And look forward. Nicely done. Sit on your block. Nicely done. I already said that. All right. So relax, you guys. We're going to come onto the mat. Move the block out of the way. We are going to use it again and come to a seated position right here. Seated cat-cow. So grab your knees. I'll just turn to the side so you can see me. Separate your feet. So you're up on your sitting bones. Hands here, around. And then bring your chest forward like that. And then round. And spill the glitter forward. And round, glitter back. And then forward. Round. And then forward. And then, of course, we're going to windshield wiper the knees side to side. Very nice. Movement for the hips, side to side. One more time. And then make sure you have your block available. Lower down on the mat. And I want you to use either, if you're new, the lowest. If you've been doing this with me for a while, you can go to medium height. And if you're really tall, you can go to the highest height, or if you feel confident. I'm going to go to the medium height. So I'm going to press into my feet and lift my hips up and place the block underneath my sacrum. It's below my waistline. All right? So then palms on the floor and your feet are on the floor. Now lift up the right heel. You're not going to extend legs. You're just going to lift the right heel. We're doing this to stretch the front of the legs and the hip flexors. Bring the right ball of the foot in further, and then maybe even more. And can you grab your heel right there? So point your right knee forward. And if you can flip your toes over right there, try that. So you can even grab the toes with the fingers and point your knee forward. Pull the abs in, so you're pulling your back towards the ground. Breathe. If you're asking, what is she doing? So I've just turned my toes under, and you don't have to do that. You can just pull the heel back towards the glute and keep the toes, the bottom of the toes on the mat. So stretching the front of the thigh all the way to the knee. All right, so now lift up that foot, set it down, and then the other side. So lift up the left foot, walk it in closer. Can you touch your ankle? Yep. And then reach, help your foot come in further, and point your knee forward, abs in. And then if you want to, you can try to turn your toes under, using your fingers to pull them under. So shoulder blades on the floor. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and exhale. Now let that go. Foot on the floor. Press into your feet. Lift up the hips. Lower your hips down onto the floor. Block out of the way. Tip the knees side to side. And now cross your ankles and roll up. 90-90 stretch. So one of my favorites. Flex your feet, knees pressing down. So either 90-90 or pigeon pose. So you can stay here and lean forward or extend the leg back all the way and body over the leg right there. Press the leg down. And you can stay on your forearms and place your forehead on a block right here or lower down all the way. Forehead down. Press your feet into the floor.
meaning both feet, that foot that's in front underneath you, press the toes down, and then the back foot, press the toes down. Inhaling, and then exhaling. Inhale, staying here. Breathe in, and breathe out. Allowing everything that we've done to integrate. Great recovery for all that you've done during the week, whether it's your structured workouts or housework or working in the yard. Now walk your hands in front of the shin, lift your forehead up right there, and lift your hips a bit. Press your foot down on the floor, press the shin down, lift your chest up, bend your knee back here, and reach back and grab your foot. If you can, bring your hand on the inside or point your elbow up. Reach your arm up and breathe. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, one more breath. And then exhale, hand to the mat. Other hand to the mat. And let's change sides. So go to downward facing dog and then change sides. So come to 90-90 first, right here. And then walk your hands forward. And then maybe inch that leg back. Point your knee to the outside edge of the mat right there. That's important. And press the top of the foot into the floor. Reach the arms forward and put your forehead down. And find staying power here in your breathing. Take your focus off of those places that might feel stress or might feel tension. If you feel pain, definitely come out of the pose and reset. Maybe you just do 90-90. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Through the nose, inhale. And exhale. Walk your hands in. Lift up your head and look forward. Nicely done. Lift up slightly and press this shin down, the foot down. And my shin is facing straight down, by the way. And then I'm going to lift my chest and look forward. And bend the knee back here and grab my foot. Maybe I can put my fingers on the top of my toes and point my elbow up, reach up. Inhale. Exhale, one more breath. And then set your foot down, hands down. And sweep that leg forward. And come into your back. All the way down. Separate your legs. Bring your arms out wide. For just a moment, relax the whole body. Relax the mind. Nothing to focus on except for letting go. Allowing your breathing to just happen. Take another deep breath in through the nose. Exhale it out through the mouth. Place your feet on the floor. Tip the knees side to side. If you want to stay for a longer Savasana, you can turn off the video now and stay for maybe 5-10 minutes. Not nap time, but just clearing the mind. Now tip the knees over to the side. Push your way off the mat. Come to a seated position, and let's close clasp together. Reach your hands together, thumbs to the brow. In gratitude, again, for all of the support systems we may have, and for our loved ones. Bring the edge of the hands to the heart in thanks. The light in me honors the light in you.
Namaste. Thank you for practicing and for taking care of your mind and your body. Let me know how you are, and if you did this practice, I'd love to know. And I'll see you again next time. Thank you.